Alright, what's up guys? I wanted to go ahead and do a quick video showing off a computer that I currently have for sale. This is going to be a refurbished model. This is a Thinkcentre desktop tower that has been upgraded to suffice for gaming. So without further ado, I can get straight into it. And I want to go ahead and start by showing you this side panel here. I don't know if you can see that, but it does have quite a few scratches on it. And even the front side of the case here does have scratches. So this is a refurbished model. The PC prior to use was abused a bit in the case, but if it's going to be sitting below your desk or computer, kind of out of view, then I'm sure that's not a big deal to you, especially if all you care about is performance. Speaking of performance, getting straight into the specs, this thing has an i5-3470 processor that's 3.2 gigahertz up to 3.6 turbo. That is quad core. Of course, it does support other Ivy Bridge chips. I'm not sure about i7, but I know you can definitely go to 3570K if you want that extra performance boost. It does have 8 gigabytes of RAM. Those are two 4 gigabyte sticks with 2 available slots, so you could go up to 16 just by dropping in an additional 2 4 gigabyte sticks. The label for this is unfortunately on the other side, but this is a 550 watt server branded power supply, so it's ideal for long-term use. You can definitely rest assured that this thing is going to, be real good when it comes to lasting a long time and providing sufficient power. And then finally, the good part, the graphics card that we have in here is a R7 360 GPU that's 2 gigabytes of GDDR5 memory. And then we have a 500 gigabyte SATA hard drive. Now, the motherboard does have its own SATA power connectors that come to power the hard drive and the CD drive. This does have a proprietary 14-pin connector, so that's important to note if you plan to upgrade to your own power supply. The good news is that the adapter is included. You can see right here, this converts the 24-pin to the 14-pin that fits. It did not have any 6-pin PCIe connections, but I did have a spare Molex to 6-pin connector, so if you do get a larger graphics card for this system, you will need additional Molex power adapters. This power supply is 550 watts, is definitely capable of higher-end cards, but you will need those adapters to power them properly. The only other things worth noting on this computer is the fact that it does have 4 USB 3.0 ports on the back, which is great, especially if you need those ports. Not all computers have that many that are, of course, older, but if you planned on using this for, say, VR, like an Oculus Rift, you got yourself a graphics card that's better than this one that's capable of VR, because you would need to upgrade the graphics card. The good news is that with those USB 3.0 ports, you can pretty much guarantee that you'll have all the bandwidth connectivity you need to connect the, high-speed transfers of the Oculus sensors and the VR headset itself. So, various things, but it's always good. So with that in mind, we'll go ahead and hop into a performance demonstration here, just to give you guys an idea. The monitor that comes with this is going to be a 20-inch Dell monitor. What's particularly cool about this monitor is it does actually come with 2 USB ports on the side and 2 USB ports on the back, so it has a built-in USB hub. And it's a 1600 by 1050 resolution, or it might be 1680. But if we check the specs out real quick, yeah, here it is. So you can see it's at 1680 by 1050, which isn't quite 1080p, but for 20 inches, it's definitely sharp and gets the job done. And it helps because games like this, you can get the extra performance since the graphics card's not having to push that full 1080p resolution. So you can see we are at 100% or above 100% of that 1680 resolution. Everything is set to high, and we are hovering right at about 45 frames per second. So with that in mind, we'll go ahead and end the video here with some gameplay of Fortnite, and hopefully if y'all like this, you can definitely check it out and get back to me. It's also worth noting that this particular system does have a built-in speaker too, so you should be able to slightly hear it. It's not the greatest, but if you don't have any other external audio whatsoever, at least you can still hear certain things within reason. But yeah, so I'll go ahead and quit to the talking part now and let you guys just watch some gameplay and hopefully enjoy. Hopefully I can find some good action for you guys to see my very bad skills at. I guess I need to get going. How far do we have to go? No, that's not good. And forgive the distortion there. I notice you guys are looking at some some weird lines, curvy lines. That's from the monitor. The camera just doesn't pick it up that well. But yeah, this whole time it looks like we are right at a steady... Oh, we're getting some stutters there, but that's probably the game doing that. You can see we're hovering right at about a healthy 45 frames per second, which is good because it's above 30 frames. It's not quite 60, but you still get that kind of added smoothness compared to if you were just playing at, 30 frames per second or whatnot. And it could be lag too. I know sometimes I do have issues with my network, so please forgive the momentary stutters here and there. Hopefully those don't interrupt the gameplay. Uh-oh. Oops. As you can see, I don't play this game much often at all. Uh-oh. Oh no! But I guess I play more than he does. Surprised I didn't die right there, actually. I'm sure I'll die real soon here, though. But unfortunately, you guys won't get to see me die more than likely because it looks like this is a good point for me to end the video. I don't want it to be too long, so thanks again for watching. And like I said, if you are in the Knoxville area and you are in need of a good gaming computer that you can buy and right away get into games like Fortnite and whatnot, then definitely give me a call. Thanks again for watching. Y'all have a good one.